Hello, everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Tuesday, and it's September 7th, and we have a couple of meetings to tell you about today. We've got this morning, immediately following our morning broadcast of This Day, we have the GRF board meeting, and that is open, and it will be virtual and, of course, televised right here on Village Television. Then at 1:30 this afternoon, we have the third Finance Committee meeting. Now, that will be in the boardroom as well as virtual. Now, to follow along virtually, you can go to lagunawoodsvillage.com/meetings, and you can get all the information there. All right, on our show today, we have a Third Mutual update with Steve Parsons, and he has a message to all of the residents there that live in Third. And then we have OC Vitality, and that is Dr. Dimitri Gruer and Dr. Shivali Panchal Gruer, who talk to us about their facility and all of the great treatments that they provide there. Let's take a look at our weather. We have some morning overcast that should burn off shortly here with temperatures in the high 80s. We're looking at that for a couple of days. We're looking at hot today, 89-70. Same for Wednesday, 89-71. A little cooler on Thursday, 85-71. Friday, 86-66. And then Saturday, a beautiful day, 84-64. Our sunrise this morning was at 6:27, and our sunset will be at 7:12. And this photo was sent in by Joel. Thank you so much for sending that in. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is double rainbow in Hawaii, so thank you for sending that in. And of course, if you have a photo that you would like to share with us of a destination, which we are still looking for, and it could be any destination that you visited, please email it to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, when we return, we will have a third update, so stick around.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Steve Parsons here, who is here on behalf of Third Mutual. Well, Steve, welcome to the show. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
So I know you have a few messages that you would like to say to our residents about Third Mutual, so I'm just going to let you go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Lisa. Hello, for those of you who may not know me, I'm Steve Parsons, President of the Third Mutual Board of Directors. I would like to speak about how I view board leadership in Third Mutual over the past 2 years and share with you some principles under which our board has operated. I also want to share some of the greatest challenges of serving this community as a volunteer board member. We take our fiduciary responsibility very seriously and have operated by the principle of for the good of the whole. Our board works in concert and respects each other. As a team, we developed expertise on many critical issues facing all Third Mutual members. Each board member has given hundreds of volunteer hours in research, developing strategies, and creating policies that benefit us all. Board members pull a heavy load, and the average one is involved in 11 committees. A recent letter to the editor in the Globe recently implied that our board has created an atmosphere of arbitrary and bullying control of our residents and loss of control of financial costs to operate the mutual. Additionally, the opinion letter suggests we do not understand the role of community governance, think logically, and are not open-minded and do not listen to our residents. Some people have taken the stance that they are the only ones who can do things correctly and push their points via false and misleading information, and by calling our board members disrespectfully, either collectively or individually. Governance is to be accomplished by duly elected people, not by those seeking to control a board of directors. This may sound harsh, but let me provide some examples of how some members operate. Many people have opinions and are quick to judge when others do not agree. As a board, we are responsible for fully researching matters and, in doing so, consult with legal experts and industry consultants. One resident has stated that the CC&Rs do not need to be revised to accommodate recent insurance issues. After a great deal of research, I say the CC&Rs are a living document and must change with new legislation and the needs of our community. Our job is to stand by the best decision for all members. Where is the respect of those decisions? Another resident called me a liar in public and then called me personally to apologize. Does this person have the courage to give a public apology to all those who have heard the accusation? We have faced short deadlines on some critical issues. One member continues to harp on a perceived error of not extending the deadline of the ballot initiative. We had to abide by deadlines that were critical to obtaining future insurance before our current coverage expires. Where is the ability to listen to our reasoning and to accept that while you may not like reality, it often trumps personal opinion? Our board knows that the best governance effort takes place when the most members are involved. To include members, we have invited everyone to attend committee meetings, produced public panels and town halls, provided content to the Globe and the Village Breeze magazine. We hold open board meetings, answer emails and phone calls, and have gone door to door to keep our constituents abreast on what is affecting us and to urge all third members to be involved and vote. We cannot spoon feed our residents in Third Mutual, as some suggest is our responsibility. We live in an active 55 and older community, and everyone needs to be involved. However, apathy has overtaken nearly 50% of our membership. Many of our non-resident owners have opted out of receiving any information from Third or VMS on any subject. Some opted into the do not contact list. Folks, as in any good relationship, must be met halfway. If we operate in conflict and apathy, we will never overcome the huge obstacle of needing a 67% membership vote in order to make any changes to our CC&Rs. Obstinate attitudes, name-calling, and stubbornness to not accept the advice of informed experts are our enemy. Unfounded criticism fuels the fire. Let me turn to the upcoming election. You have heard candidates proclaim that we need a change and how they can increase transparency, exert tighter controls over our funds, and create an atmosphere of harmony. Our board is already doing these things. I would urge you to watch out for people who say a lot to get on the board, but then do very little. Re-elect our incumbents who have great knowledge of community history and how things operate. They have developed a wealth of knowledge that benefits you. Please don't throw that away. There will be one new voice on the board regardless of the outcome of the election because there is a current vacancy. Think carefully about how you want to trust with our immediate future as we deal with real life and real world issues that stem from external challenges over which we have no control. Skyrocketing insurance rates, new mandatory minimum wage laws, the drought in California, and the increase in trash collection cost because of upcoming recycling mandates that are just some of those things. I close by quoting Theodore Roosevelt when he gave his Man in the Arena speech. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done then better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is not effort, nor error, or shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasm, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat.
Thank you. That's a great quote. And you did speak about the elections, and so we do have some upcoming information for them. So thank you so much.
Okay, appreciate being here.
All right. And Meet the Candidates is coming up next Friday, September 10th, and that'll be at 11:30 in the morning for third candidates. So take a look at that. We'll be right back.
Captain America.
Watch HGTV.
Netflix.
Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Dr. Shivali Pancha Gruer and Dr. Dimitri Gruer, who are here on behalf of OC Vitality. Well, thank you both for joining me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Lisa. It's great to be here.
We're excited to share a little bit about ourselves with the community here.
Yeah, now what we'll do is we'll go through what you do and kind of who you guys are. But first and foremost, how long have you been in the community?
I'm going to let you share that.
So we actually opened our clinic last August of last year. So just about 1 year, we've been right here in Laguna Woods. Previously, we both had different clinics. I was in Newport Beach, and my wife, Dr. Shivali here, was in Claremont. And so we just decided that this was exactly the community that we want. I actually grew up right up the street, and and so we've been here for about a year.
That is awesome. And you know, how bold of you to do something like this during our whole pandemic thing, because man, you know, a lot of people would have been afraid to do something like that. So more power to you for that.
Definitely an adventure.
Yeah, I bet it was. So obviously you've been doing this for quite some time. Give me a little background on each of you. So Dr. Shivali, what is your background?
So I'm an integrative physician. I focus on East Asian medicine. I'm a doctor of acupuncture and East Asian medicine. And I also do functional medicine as well. So I order lab tests, not the conventional lab tests that you might go into your physician to get, but delve deeper into systems genetically and seeing where there might be some deficiencies and some hangups to get the entire system back in balance. Mm-hmm. So it's a slightly different approach than what conventional medicine offers.
Okay, and how about you, Dr. Kerr?
Well, I'm also a physician of integrative medicine with a license in acupuncture and a doctorate of acupuncture. And my specialty really focuses on pain management peripheral neuropathy, and anything to do with the physical body that's really having people in pain and trying to get them out of pain.
Well, yes. Well, that is awesome. And acupuncture is great. I've had it many times. And
Oh,
I do
wonderful.
think that it is a great alternative if you are trying to do something like maybe a surgery or something like that. You think you have to do that, but oftentimes you don't. So we'll definitely dive into that at some point in the next couple of interviews that we have with you guys, because I really do like to hear how it's helping people. So let's talk a little bit about the business itself. Now, obviously, you both have acupuncture background and integrated medicine. So I'm curious about the integrated medicine. What does that mean?
So that means there's other types of holistic and natural forms of therapy that we offer patients. Acupuncture is one of them, but let's face it, some of us are scared of needles or have needle phobia, even though the acupuncture needle is so much thinner than a hypodermic needle, which we're used to getting a blood jar or something like that. But, different cases, for example, if someone has a hyperadrenal system and they have sweaty palms and they might have needle stick phobia, we want to still offer some type of therapy that will help them get out of pain, will help correct the autoimmune deficiency if there's an autoimmune condition, and just bring more balance into the system. So we offer ATP resonance therapy, which is a microcurrent therapy. There are a lot of different frequencies that target different tissue, target different cells, target different neurotransmitters as well to induce a similar effect. We also have electron therapy. We have different circuits within our body that have more ATP, more energy, more mitochondria. So say someone's tired all the time and they wake up just feeling unrested, even though they get 9-10 hours of sleep, we need to boost their mitochondria. So we have therapies that help do that. We also use light therapy, and we have 9 different light therapies. It's not just red light, which I think a lot of us are used to, but for hair loss, for example, we might use a combination of blue light and red light, or just depending on what's happening with the system. So there are a few different modalities we use in the office to help reach optimal wellness.
That is great. That is awesome that you have so much to offer people. And then, so Dr. Greer, tell me a little bit about your optimal vitality philosophies. Tell me what that's about.
All right. Well, so the premise of the 5 keys to optimal vitality that we came up with is that everybody's body can heal innately. Like, we are programmed from birth that if something happens to us, our body knows how to heal itself. But for some reason, as we get a little bit older, or not even necessarily older, but sometimes there's a glitch in the system that doesn't allow for proper healing. So we came up with these 5 keys that basically show why the body might not get better if they're out of balance.
Okay, so let's start. Neuroplasticity. Just give me a brief, just a kind of a brief description of what that is.
Oh, okay. She asked. Okay, I'll cover that. So yeah, we do have these 5 keys that we feel like if we can unlock these keys, we have optimal vitality. The first one we really focus on is neuroplasticity. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Dr. Daniel Amen, but he is huge in research regarding mental health and the healthy aging brain and how we can slow down the aging process. And neuroplasticity is a concept that tells us that our brain is so adaptable. It's just a receiver. And so sometimes we have patterns that we do day in and day out. Anything we do daily becomes our ritual, and our rituals are what usually bring in disharmony in the body. So we can unlearn those patterns and relearn how to healthily facilitate blood flow, for example, or healthily even eradicate pain, so we work on the brain. The brain controls everything, and what we offer in the office helps reset the nervous system.
So leading that into the next thing that you have here is restorative sleep and mental cognition. So I'm assuming that is sort of an extension of what you just mentioned, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. So all these keys are interconnected, as the body is interconnected, and everything affects something else. So having proper sleep, and having a positive mindset and having your mind working correctly is really one of the main keys that helps somebody heal. So when we are sleeping, that's really when the body has a chance to recover. And if those processes aren't working correctly, then it is a little bit more difficult for someone to reach that optimal vitality and feel good each and every day, to be out of pain, to have more energy, and just to feel better, because that's what everyone's looking to do, is just feel as good as they can each and every day.
Well,
We even-
and without taking medications and sleep aids and all these other types of things that seem to be so prevalent out there. Now, let's talk about vascular flow. Now, obviously, cardiovascular function is heart related, and how do you help the heart?
So cardiovascular flow is definitely heart related, but it's also lung related. It's everything related in our chest. We have our exchange of oxygen, which feeds our tissue, but it also feeds into our heart system too, to get some healthy blood flow. And systemically, that blood flow goes through our veins, goes to different parts of our body. So if we look at conditions like peripheral neuropathy, for example, all our vital organs are contained mostly in our trunk here. And so that's what our brain's going to spend the most time and most energy trying to take care of. And if there is some type of dysfunction, say a kidney disease or liver dysfunction or cardiovascular dysfunction, then the brain's not going to send as much, or it's not going to signal the heart to send all of that information down to our extremities, our fingers and toes, because it's not as much of a priority. But then that can lead to the numbness and the tingling and loss of sensation. And we need to drive. We need to step on that gas pedal to be able to get places. We want to have confidence getting somewhere. So we help restore and heal those nerves that conduct throughout the entire body.
That's awesome. That's great. And then one last thing on here is the fifth one, enhanced nutrition absorption. And it's so funny that I happen to be talking to you about all this, because I just had some things happen to me that I need all these things.
We will happily take care of you, Lisa.
So, I mean, I'm looking at the nutrition absorption, because our bodies don't generally absorb certain things unless maybe you have something to aid them. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things we have in this office is, we're not necessarily what we eat, we are what we absorb. So even if you're taking a bunch of supplements, if you're eating healthy, if your digestion system is not working optimally, then sometimes it just doesn't matter. So that's one thing we really like to focus on. And in our medicine, healing the gut and the digestive system is just so key to really getting everything else started. So that's one of the things we actually focus on first for most people, depending upon what they're coming in for. And it just affects every other part of the body. And so one of the therapies that we do offer, in addition to everything that we mentioned previously, is both we offer access to clinical nutraceuticals that are physician quality, as well as dietary guidance that is more personalized for each and every person, because what's healthy for one person isn't necessarily healthy for everybody. So we really like to focus on what's working for that individual. What do they actually like? Because we don't want to cut out too much stuff, because we want you to have fun and enjoy life. But it is important. If there is an issue, we need to correct it. And that's just one of the many tools that we have.
That is great. And I'm really glad you were able to spend some time with us and give us an overview of who you are and what you can do. But as I mentioned, as time goes on, we definitely want to kind of dive into some of these other treatments, because I think that, we could spend some time just on acupuncture, spend time just on the lasers, or there's lots of different things that we can do. And I want to open up some of those details. But in any case, tell me a little bit about how people get in touch with you.
We're actually located right next to the community center, over by the Jersey Mike's and the Happy Nails. So we're very conveniently located. But the best way to reach us is give us a call at 949-215-1957, or visit our website at www.ocvitality.com. And even on that website, you can live chat with us, or you can send us an email or a message, and we'd be happy to at least get you in for a consult and see how we can help you. Just get back to living, get back to feeling the best that you can.
Let's restore those golden years.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, really. Restore the golden years, or any years for that matter.
That's right. We help every decade, actually. So each decade comes with its challenges and its perks. So we help facilitate all of that.
I love it. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you spending the time with me.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Lisa. We appreciate it.
And we'll be right back after this.
Beautiful weather is here, and nothing should stop you from getting outside and doing what you love with who you love, especially arthritic pain and fibromyalgia. At OC Vitality Acupuncture and Integrative Medicine, our experienced and compassionate doctors offer innovative and personalized medical solutions to treat your pain and stiffness. We're conveniently located right next to the Laguna Woods Community Center.
I'm Dr. Dimitri Gruwer. Give us a call today to see how we can help you get out of pain and get back to living.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at some things that are going on here around town. Of course, if you have any questions regarding the upcoming Meet the Candidates, you can email us here at info@lagunawoodsvillage.com, but you need to have those questions in by noon today, September 7th, and they will be read during the September 10th Meet the Candidates Forum. And then we have some free movies for you that's coming up on September 13th, and that is put on by Recreation. And the movie that's coming up is called Soul. And you can check that out next week at Clubhouse 5's main lounge at 4 p.m. And you will want to make a reservation, and you can email recreation@vmsinc.org. And then as I mentioned, we are going to have Meet the Candidates, and that is going to be coming up here this Friday, which is the 10th. And you can view Meet the Candidates for 3rd, which will be at 11:30 in the morning. And then for United, will be at 1:30 in the afternoon. That'll be right here on Village Television. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our weather one last time before we head out for the day. It is looking still a little overcast this morning, but that will be burning off to an 89-70 today. The same tomorrow, 89-71. Thursday, 85-71. Friday, 86-66. And Saturday, 84-64. Have a great day in the Village. Don't forget that immediately following our morning broadcast is the GRF board meeting, so you can tune into that. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
At Pro Smiles OC, you get Orange County's best and most experienced dentist. Dr. Ivan Ho is an award-winning cosmetic and implant dentist that has been treating patients in South OC and Laguna Woods for over 30 years. Safety and cleanliness is our #1 priority, and now your routine dental work is more comfortable than ever. We use digital x-rays to minimize radiation and digital scans for crowns and inlays in-house, allowing patients to leave with final restorations in the same appointment. Let Dr. Ho and his team give you a reason to smile. Call Pro Smiles OC today.
Hi, my name is Rob Miller, and I'm a 60-year-old 4-time cancer survivor. I also compete in CrossFit and have been for a number of years at the international level. I've been using Super Immunity for quite some time. This is truly what aids in my recovery and really keeps me walking every day.
Visit getimmunity.com for a buy one, get one limited time offer on your first purchase of Variety Pack or Traveler Pack of Super Immunity. You may also visit these fine retailers and ask for Super Immunity.
I just love that ring. Where'd you get it?
I got it at the Jewelry Box. I saw it on Facebook, and then I went in and bought it. They have the most unique, awesome pre-owned pieces for amazing prices.
The Jewelry Box of Lake Forest, voted best jewelry store in Orange County for 8 straight years, offering unmatched prices on fine jewelry and watches, refurbished to new condition.
Visit us in our store or shop our website for just arrived items.
The Jewelry Box. It's about trust.